I remember it first. The sound, her laugh, my sister's laugh, the same one that used to bounce through our childhood home, light and innocent. But in the sterile hospital corridor that day, it cut through me like a sharpened blade. I had come with flowers, pink tulips, her favorite. She had just given birth. And I thought, maybe, despite everything, we could start over. Sisters again. Family again. But before I could knock, I heard his voice. My husband's casual mocking. "She has no clue," he said. "At least she's a good cash cow." Then my mother's voice, the one that used to read me bedtime stories. "You two deserve happiness. She's just a useless failure." My sister laughed again. "Thanks. I'll make sure we're happy." In that instant, the world went silent inside me. I didn't drop the flowers. I didn't gasp. I didn't cry. I simply turned and walked away, one control breath at a time. That was the moment they lost, though they didn't know it yet. When I first met Daniel, he had a way of looking at me as if I were the only person in the room. Sharp suit, sharper smile. He worked at a financial firm. I was a nurse, finishing my night shift. He said he admired my kindness, my selflessness. I believed him. I thought I had finally found someone who saw me, truly, not for what I lacked. My mother never hid her disappointment in me. My sister was always a golden child. So when Daniel chose me, it felt like winning a life I had only dreamed about. We married quickly, bought a house together. My paychecks went straight into our joint account. I didn't question it. I trusted him. I trusted them all. Until trust became the weapon they wielded. It began small. Missed calls. Late nights. A scent of perfume. That wasn't mine on his shirts. He said he was working late. I nodded, smiled, played the fool as they assumed I would. Then my sister started showing up more often, laughing in the kitchen, bringing food. My mother praised her for helping me while I worked. The illusion was nearly perfect. One night, I found a message on his phone, a photo of my sister's hand, her engagement ring, my ring. His reply read, "Soon." That night, I stopped crying. I didn't confront them. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I learned. I studied every detail. Accounts, emails, investment statements. All the things he never thought I could understand. I discovered he'd been diverting my salary into an account in his name only. My mother had signed documents under the guise of helping with taxes. I collected everything quietly, methodically. Then I began my plan. I moved my savings into a new account, bought a small property in another city under a friend's name, and filed for separation with a private lawyer specializing in financial fraud and marital theft. For 6 months, I played the devoted wife. 6 months, I smiled as my sister flaunted her pregnancy glow. 6 months, I studied and waited. When she went into labor, the timing was perfect. I left the hospital hallway not to go home, but to my lawyer's office. I signed the final documents, froze his accounts, and anonymously reported his tax fraud with evidence he didn't know I had. By the time he returned that night, the locks had changed and the police were waiting. He was charged with financial embezzlement. My mother's name appeared on a few forged documents. Her perfect plan entangled her as well. My sister, a new mother, found herself suddenly alone, stripped of the man who promised her happiness. I didn't attend the hearings. I didn't need to. The world did its work. A month later, my sister sent a message. "Why would you do this to us?" I didn't reply. Then my mother called. "You ruined this family," she said. Maybe, but it wasn't mine to ruin. They had done that long before I ever stepped into that hospital hallway. I did what I had to. I reminded them who I was, the woman they underestimated, the one they thought was weak. A year later, I stood outside a new home. Small, quiet, mine. I didn't think of Daniel, my sister, or my mother. I thought of that hallway. The moment I turned, the moment they assumed I was defeated. But I wasn't walking away. I was walking toward freedom. They say revenge changes you. Perhaps. But for me, it didn't create someone new. It restored me to who I always was, calm, precise, patient. The kind of woman who doesn't scream when betrayed. The one who waits. The one who smiles when justice arrives quietly, beautifully, like the soft closing of a door. They thought they had written my ending. They were wrong. I was only beginning.